The story begins in 1942 when Japan attacked America's Pearl Harbor, and after this attack America also joined World War II and it wanted to take revenge from Japan at any cost. That is why many B-torpedo bomber aircraft of US Navy flew to destroy all the Japanese aircraft in South Pacific. There is an aircraft in which there are 3 people, pilot Harold, bomb thrower Tony and radio man Gene, and when they are coming back, they are very high above the clouds in the sky and they forget their way and their fuel tank is also slowly getting empty. Gene tries very hard to ask for directions by connecting to the radio, but due to lack of signal he is not able to hear the voice properly, and then he hears a Japanese voice on the radio. He removes the wire of the radio. He gives them a message and sends them a message through Morse codes, but their fuel is getting low, so their pilot Harold says that they have to reconnect, and he tries again but they still cannot get connected, and now Harold has no other option but to land on this big ocean, and he tells his companions to take out all the necessary things and we will have to land here because the petrol is about to finish, and they land in that big ocean. After landing Harold's belt opens but Tony's belt does not open, and now they start sinking with the aircraft and they go very low, but before both of them sink with the aircraft their belts open and they also come up where Harold is with it. There is an airboat and these 3 sit at the airport, but now they have neither food to eat nor water to drink. Although their aircraft had everything but they got stuck in it, so they could not take out anything from it. South Pacific Ocean is a very big ocean which has no end in sight. These 3 are stuck in it, but they are sure that soon the US Navy will come here and rescue these 3 from here, and this happens too. They see a US Navy aircraft in the sky. The chief says that open the parachute in the water so that he can see the parachute from above, because their airport is very small and they cannot see the airport from such a height. But they do not have a parachute, it has sunk in the ocean along with the aircraft. And neither do they have a flare gun, so that they can light it to signal that they are here. All 3 take out their life jackets and start waving it and shouting together, but the aircraft is so far away from them that it cannot see them and it goes back. Roald, who is the pilot, says that they came here to find us and this was our last chance. Tony says that they cannot leave us here in such a big ocean. He says that they will not come again and again to search for us at the same place, meaning that now they will have to get out of here by any means but somewhere. Roald, who is the most senior among them, knows that all of them are stuck here. He tells everyone to take off their shoes because this journey is going to be very long, and all 3 take off their shoes, but the airport they have is so small that there is no space in it. There is no place to keep any luggage. Harold says that we have to throw our shoes before the video moves on. I request you all that my 99+ viewers watch the video but do not subscribe to the channel and do not like the video, so I request you all to please subscribe to the channel and like the video. After this, Tony and Gene throw their shoes in the sea, but Harold does not throw his shoes. Seeing this, both of them are surprised. Gene says that you did not throw your shoes. Harold says that if we find land, then one of us will have to walk. That is why we have to save one leg. And in this way, their first day passes in the sea without water and food, and the biggest problem is that there is not enough space here for all 3 to sleep together. That is why they sleep one by one. At night their chief, whose name is Harold, says that someone needs to drink water. Tony and Gene look at him with surprise, and after this Harold urinates inside his shoe and he drinks that urine because he knows that it is not easy for them to get water here. The next morning Harold tells them that we are stuck in the ocean and we are going towards Hawaii from here, which is about 1900 miles away from here, and the one behind us is South America, which is 6000 miles away from here. Because Harold is a pilot, he has an idea of places and directions. He says that if we keep going like this, we will reach in a few weeks. Both of them are surprised to hear this. Tony says that even if we reach there, we will die of hunger and thirst before that. Gene says, there are a lot of fish in the water here. We have to do something. Now, the little equipment they have, they also have a gun magazine. There is a spring inside the gun magazine, and this spring is used to fire the gun. They make a fishing hook from the spring and put that hook in the water. Then something gets stuck in the hook. They try to pull it out, and when they pull it, their rope breaks and there is no hook in it. Gene says that there is someone in the water who is hungrier than us. Although they are in the sea, it is very hot here. That is why Gene jumps into the water. He says that now I cannot bear the heat anymore. Tony is also about to jump behind him, but Rod stops him. He says that I have heard that there is a weed in this water. When this is told to Jean, he quickly comes back to his boat. This means that these people cannot go into the water anymore. Slowly time passes and it has been 5 days on the boat and they have not drunk water for 5 days. Neither of them has eaten any food, so all three of them become very weak, and when Tony cannot bear it, he tries to drink seawater, but Harold stops him and says that this water will dry up your body even more. Actually, the biggest reason for all of them getting stuck here is that Harold, who is their pilot, is going towards the west, and he asks Jean for confirmation whether they are going in the right direction, and Jean is told on the radio that you have to go east, due to which they lose their way on due to the petrol getting over. They are now stuck in the sea. Now suddenly Harold remembers that there is a pencil in his shirt pocket, which makes him very happy. He takes out the pen and says that we can make a chart, by which we can find out where we are exactly right now. And after that they start making charts at the airport itself. After making the chart, when he finds out his direction, he says that we have to stop our boat from flowing with the wind, and they make an anchor with life jackets and other things they have, so that their boat will be stable at one place, and whenever they take it out, they will still go in the same direction in which the wind is blowing, and by doing this they can go in the direction they want to go. They make an anchor and put it in the water, due to which their boat becomes stable, and after that they pray. After praying, Jean says that we have not done all the things good in life, but we need your help. Harold prays to God to help all the boats in the sea, and one of those boats is ours too. Tony says that as my friend said, you are absolutely right, but what we need most here is rain. Kindly you make it rain, but it doesn't rain. Tony is upset with this. Jean says give your gut some time. After this it becomes night, and when all of them are sleeping, it starts raining, and after many days, today they drink a sip of water for the first time, which gives them a lot of relief because their whole body was dehydrated. The next day it is shown that Jean has been trying to catch fish for many days, but he is not able to catch even a single fish. Harold tells him that I have never seen a fisherman with more patience than you. You have been trying to catch fish for the last 1 week, but you have not been able to catch even a single fish in a week. Jean says that there is a saying where I come from. You don't catch, you don't eat, but Jean is frustrated too, and he takes out a knife from his pocket. Harold says to him, how many times have I told you to always keep this knife in your pocket, because this is the only thing we have that can pierce this boat, but Jean doesn't listen to him, and he starts waiting for a fish in the water, and as soon as he sees a fish in the water he attacks it, but he thinks that he has stabbed the raft, and he says that I made a mistake, I stabbed the raft. Harold says that he should not take out the knife, because if he takes out the knife then water will fill inside the raft, and in this way they will lose their raft, but Jean sees that he has stabbed a baby shark and he pulls it up inside the raft, and then all this happens. Together they kill the baby shark and take out many small fishes from its stomach, and in this way after a whole week all three of them eat their first bite of food, which not only makes them happy but also gives energy to their body. Here the Herald says that now I will go home, my wife will be very angry with me. He also asks both of them whether they are married. Actually they do not know each other that well personally. Tony says that I am married but I have a girlfriend. Jean says that neither I am married nor do I have a girlfriend. Tony tells Jean that when you go back then date my sister, she is very beautiful. Now when they are talking, they see that many sharks are circling around their raft. Actually they killed the baby shark and took it home. Some of his blood had fallen in the water, the smell of which brings all the sharks here, but it does nothing to their raft. They all go back, they leave. Actually South Pacific is very famous for sharks, and they can destroy their raft anytime and destroy them all. But this time they are lucky and they are saved. Now although they have eaten food and have also got water, but as the days pass they start getting weak again. One night when Jean is sitting with his hand in the water, a shark attacks his hand and injures it, but Jean is lucky that his hand is not hurt much. Once Jean sees that there is something in front of him. He thinks that there is an island in front and he shows it to Tony, but Tony says that there is nothing in front of him. It is just your illusion. Here they are getting strange dreams, and on the morning of the 15th day it is shown that Tony has his gun in his hand. Tony gives him the gun and then he sees that a bird is sitting on the raft in front and Harold is sleeping there. Jean shoots at it and the bullet hits the bird, but it falls down in the sea, and when Harold sees that he has targeted the bird, he jumps into the sea and reaches the bird, and as soon as he picks up the bird, he sees that a shark is coming behind it. Now Harold quickly comes towards his raft, and before he becomes the shark's food, he comes on top of the raft and the shark goes out from under the raft, and in this way Rod's life is saved. Now they have a shark once again. We have to eat. This is the second time in these 15 days that they have got food. But as the days are passing, it is affecting their minds. They all have strange dreams, and now it has been 20 days for them here. In the morning when Roald wakes up, he sees that no one is on duty, which means that no one is watching the direction of the wind. He gets angry at this. He says that I have given you orders but you did not follow the orders. Jean says that there is nothing to see here, and anyway we should have reached the island by now. Where is that island? Roald says that I have a rough picture in my mind. Hearing this, both of them are surprised. He says that rough picture means that Roald is still not sure where it is. Jean says that because of you we have to land in the sea. Because you did not know where our ship was. You brought us very far away from our ship, due to which we went out of range, and that is why we could not talk to them. Harold also accepts that when they were up in the air, he fell asleep. Actually he fell asleep for a few seconds, and by the time he woke up, they had gone very far away. They were out of range. They did not know where they were, and due to the petrol running out, they had to land in the sea. And now these three are stuck here. It means that Harold is the only one at fault. And Harold regrets that a lot. He apologizes to both of them. There are tears in his eyes, but right now he cannot do anything. Jean picks up the map that Harold had made on the lifeboat jacket, and he says that only this can take us back home. Then Harold gets an idea. He cuts the shoes with a Jean knife and makes two paddles from their soles so that they can go in the direction they want to go. Tony says that whoever sees the first island, the other two people will treat him to dinner at his favorite place. But their destination is not that easy, and a few days pass. Today it has been 30 days in the sea, and after 30 days they don't even have the courage to speak because they are thirsty, they are hungry, and they don't have any motivation. It starts raining that night, which gives them water once again. But then they see that a very big storm is coming from the front, and their raft gets stuck in that storm. The boat capsizes, and Tony, who does not know how to swim, also gets lost, but then they see that Tony is on the other side of the boat. They straighten the raft, and with great difficulty one by one all of them climb on the raft, and in this way their lives are saved from the dangerous storm. The next morning it is shown that all three of them are very tired, and whatever little luggage they had got lost somewhere in the sea during the night, and they have also now accepted that they are not going to survive now. They are lying on the raft like a living corpse. They are also missing their home. Harold is missing his wife, and Jean sees Tony's bun sitting in the sea. Actually he is losing himself. According to the way Tony had described his sister, he sees her image and asks Tony to come to him. He says that I think I have fallen in love with your sister. Tony says that you both will make a great couple. Harold gets very sad after hearing all this. He says that I did not know that all this will end like this. Please forgive me. Actually Harold is considering himself guilty, but then Tony sits with great difficulty and he says that we have come a long way and we cannot give up like this. After this he starts rowing the boat with his hands, and seeing him these two also sit down and they also do the same, but no matter how much they motivate themselves, there is no energy in their body, and after 34 days they have become completely miserable. They are almost dead. They do not even have the courage to talk, and in this condition Tony says that I had a dream in which I saw a very big green field. Harold says that I have seen this dream twice, and after that Harold starts drinking some sea water. Actually he has accepted that he will not be able to survive now. Then Jean, lying in front of him, says that I am seeing something green in front, and when these three get up and look, so this is an island, and seeing it, all of them feel happy and energetic because after spending 34 days in the sea, today they have reached a small island and they start pushing the boat towards it with their hands, and after a few moments, all three of them reach the shore of the sea. After 34 days, they have touched the land, which gives them a lot of relief. There are also two huts on the beach, and all three of them start walking towards it, and in this way, after ending the difficult journey, all three of them reach a beach named Pukapaka on the 20th of February 1942. The lives of all three are saved because they never lost hope even in such a difficult journey, and hope is such a thing that teaches you to fight in life, teaches you to move forward, it brings passion in you, and it was because of this spirit that these three survived, and in the end it is told that these three had traveled more than 10,000 miles in that small raft. Harold was awarded by the Navy because he had led his crew very well even in this difficult journey. But after this he never flew any aircraft. When Tony was completely cured, he continued his career in the Navy, and when he died in 1986, his path was left over the sea. Jean also worked in radio during the war, and in 1946 he married Tony's sister, Frances. In the end, real pictures of these three are also shown, which tells how far these three had traveled in the sea for 34 days. With this, the true story of this movie ends. Next story, which movie do you want to listen to in the comments below, and if you like this video then do like this video, and if you want to see